I remember the first book I read was A Wrinkle in Time, and it kind of blew my mind in a sci-fi way.
In a cool way.
It's pretty sophisticated. It's about like time and space travel, the bending of time and space. What was the first scary book I read? Well, I read The Exorcist, but I don't recommend that for kids. Anyway,
How old were you, 3?
Next you answer.
I have to follow The Exorcist?
Yes.
No, don't
You
follow
couldn't
it.
tee it up with
Just
anything
forget
else.
I said that, okay?
Banicula.
What?
Remember Banicula, the series? About
Banicula?
Yes, the bunny that was a vampire.
Did he ride a funicular at any point? Because that's what it sounds like to me. But oh, I see. Banicula.
Banicula.
Bunny Dracula.
Banicula.
Banacula. I think it's more banacula. Anyway.
Anyway.
No, I never read it. Is that great?
It's amazing.
Sounds ridiculous.
I mean.
Banicula.
But I was reading at age 1, so I don't.
Baniculi. Banicula.
Your turn, sir.
Go. Now talk.
Scariest book. Let's see. Sand Kings? George R. Martin? Anyone?
Oh.
Sand
No?
Kings.
Sand Kings.
You're talking about the guy who does Game of Thrones?
Yes.
Yeah, he wrote a scary movie about a guy who gets a tank of ants, but they actually are Sand Kings, and he's mean to them, and then they take over his house.
Wow.
Okay.
That sounds pretty cool.
This is starting off.
that sounds
The
good.
Exorcist
Yeah,
thing
he just
started off in a
that's-
weird.
I'm sorry. You know what I read that I liked?
What?
I really liked the old, what's his name that did...
Stephen King.
No, I did enjoy some Stephen King. But you guys talk. Hey, you got some good answers.
The first scary book I read was definitely Goosebumps. Probably
There's the right
probably
answer.
Say Cheese and
Finally.
Die. There we go. It's
Dylan.
not saying it's the truth. Say Cheese and Die.
Say Cheese and Die?
That was probably the first really scary one that I read.
Yeah.
Yeah.
In 10th grade, we read Frankenstein. It was pretty scary.
That was the first scary
Mary
book.
Shelley's Frankenstein?
Yeah, but I learned it's not Frankenstein. It's actually Frankenstein's monster.
Yeah, if you
So people refer to Frankenstein as Frankenstein's actually his
Isn't
monster.
it Frankenstein?
It's Frankenstein.
Frankenstein?
I don't know.
What was the
Oh.
book
it's
that
a young
started out like
Frankenstein
really
joke.
depressing? That was like, if you want a good story, don't read this. Or
Series of Unfortunate
yeah,
Events.
yeah, series of unfortunate
Unfortunate
events,
Events.
right?
Oh,
Yeah.
By
Yeah,
Lemony
great series.
Snicket.
Exactly. Yeah.
I like the Edgar Allan Poe. Did you guys ever read any Edgar Allan Poe?
Yeah.
He
The
wrote
Raven.
really...
The
Raven, yeah.
Really
And that's
scary
why it's the
stories.
Baltimore Ravens, right?
That is why. It
that
was
true?
She's from Baltimore,
yeah,
right?
that's what my teacher
Yeah.
told me.
That's cool.
Amazing.
I know one thing
Okay,
about
now
football.
we learned something tonight. Odeya, what's
and
it
they
like
always
having
start
Jack-
every football game with like a reading of Edgar Allan Poe
Oh.
right before they take to
Get
the
'em hyped
field.
up.
Yeah.